the Whispering Garden. The night had settled gently over the world, the kind of night that didn't fall suddenly but arrived like a soft tide, quiet, silver, and patient. Somewhere on the edge of a small coastal town, beyond the reach of streetlights and the hum of cars, there was a garden that few people knew existed. The locals called it the Whispering Garden. No one could remember who first gave it that name. Some said it was because of the way the wind moved through the tall grasses, how it sounded almost like voices speaking softly to one another. Others said that if you stood there long enough, you could hear your own thoughts being repeated back to you, calmer, slower, and somehow wiser. But tonight, only one person walked among its paths. Her name was Elara, a quiet woman with tired eyes, carrying a small lantern that glowed like captured starlight. She often came here after long days, when her thoughts grew too heavy to hold inside her head. The gate creaked open with a familiar sigh. The garden welcomed her as it always did, the scent of lavender, the distant rhythm of the sea, and the soft shimmer of dew on every leaf. Elara breathed deeply. The world outside this place was full of noise, messages, meetings, lights that never dimmed. But here time felt slower, older, kinder. She followed the narrow path that wound through sleeping flowers, their petals closed like tiny hands in prayer. The lantern's glow brushed across faded stone benches and the remains of an old sundial, now overgrown with ivy. Somewhere nearby, a night bird sang, one low lingering note that floated through the air like a memory. Elara stopped beside the pond. The water was still and perfectly round, reflecting the moon so clearly it seemed as if the sky had been laid flat before her. She knelt down and whispered, "You've kept your light tonight." Her reflection smiled back, tired, yes, but calm. For a while, she simply watched the ripples that spread from her breath across the surface. Each wave seemed to carry away a little more of her worry. In this garden, she didn't have to speak loudly. The world understood silence here. As she rested, a faint breeze moved through the trees, and that's when she heard it. A whisper. It wasn't frightening. It was the softest thing, like a page turning or the rustle of silk. At first she thought it was the wind again, but then she heard words, distant, gentle, almost like a lullaby. "Stay a while. You are safe here." Elara closed her eyes. The voice didn't belong to anyone she knew. It wasn't outside her, nor entirely inside either. It was simply there, a sound woven into the air itself. Time began to shift. The stars above brightened, stretching across the sky like spilled salt. The trees swayed, their shadows long and soft. And from somewhere deeper within the garden, faint lights began to appear, tiny spheres of gold, hovering in the air like fireflies made of memory. She followed them. Each step felt lighter than the last. The earth beneath her feet was cool and damp, but comforting, like the world itself was exhaling beneath her. As she walked, she began to remember things she hadn't thought of in years. The way her mother used to hum before bedtime. The sound of rain against the window on summer nights. The feeling of grass against her palms when she lay staring at the clouds as a child. The lights drifted toward an old archway made of stone. It had no door, only an opening framed by vines that shimmered faintly in the moonlight. On the other side, a meadow she had never seen before. It looked like dawn had paused there, caught between dreaming and waking. Mist rolled across the grass, and the air shimmered with silver. In the distance stood a single willow tree, its branches trailing like sleepy arms. Elara approached. Beneath the willow, a small wooden bench waited. It looked freshly painted, though she knew no one else ever came this far. She sat down, set her lantern beside her, and listened. The whispers were louder now, not voices exactly, but thoughts. Her thoughts. So many of them, the ones she ignored during the day. I wish I had done more. Am I where I'm supposed to be? I just want to rest. They echoed softly as if spoken by the garden itself. Then another whisper joined them, deeper, slower, and full of warmth. "You are enough, Elara. You have always been enough." Her eyes filled with tears, but they didn't fall. They simply glowed, reflecting the light that surrounded her. The willow's branches began to move, swaying as if touched by invisible hands. The leaves brushed against one another, creating a sound that was halfway between music and breathing. Elara closed her eyes. She felt the garden breathing with her. Every inhale matched, every exhale slower, softer. Minutes or hours passed. Time in the whispering garden had always been different. When she finally opened her eyes again, she noticed the world had changed color. The silvers had turned to golds. The stars above her pulsed softly like heartbeats. And there before her the air shimmered, a faint outline forming from mist and light. A figure. It looked like her. Not exactly younger, maybe. Brighter. Her other self smiled gently. "You don't have to chase the light," it said. "You carry it with you." Elara wanted to reply, but her voice was gone. Instead, she simply placed her hand over her heart, and the other her did the same. The garden sighed. The wind moved once more through the grass. And just like that, the reflection faded, leaving only the soft hum of the world, and the moon's light brushing across her skin. She sat there until the lantern burned low, the flame trembling like a sleepy eye. The whispers had quieted. The night was silent again, not empty but full of rest. When she finally rose, her body felt lighter. Her steps didn't stir the grass, even her shadow seemed softer. As she walked back through the archway, the fireflies followed her, small dots of warmth dancing in the dark. They stayed with her until she reached the gate. Elara turned back once. The garden glowed faintly behind her, as if it were breathing. She smiled. "Thank you," she whispered. And the wind, gentle, familiar, seemed to answer. "Come back whenever you need to remember." That night, Elara slept deeply for the first time in months. Her dreams were soft and golden. In one of them, she stood once more beneath the willow tree, and this time she wasn't alone. She could feel the heartbeat of the world, slow and calm, matching her own. The stars above whispered her name, and the sea, somewhere far below, answered with a hush. Everything was at peace. Everything was enough.